All right, I'm on hole number 2 of the 2020 St. Patrick's Day tournament. I'm in the opening round of the rookie division in my 99 account. Just trying to get my round in today. So let's go to hole number 2. So my focus all week has been on putting myself in position to get hole-in-ones, putting myself in position to get the Albies and the first two par 5s, getting an eagle on hole number 9. But my main focus all week long has been making sure that I can get eagles on these par 4s. So this is Drew Moore Links hole number 8. And the deal is it doesn't matter if you've got upper or lower developed clubs. If you can put yourself in the right position, if I can get out to this little island right here, if you can put yourself in the right position, you've got short iron or wedge going into the cup. And if you pick the short iron and wedge in your bag with lower developed stuff, to have the best ball guide, best accuracy, ball guide first, so you can feed it up to the cup. Accuracy we can work with if you use the wind ring method. That you're looking at a minus 30. And that's not picking up any of the par 3s. And that's not picking up the first two par 5s. Not getting an Albie. Just focusing on those. You have just as good a chance as your upper developed accounts if you can pick up those par 4s. So the first test here. This account's got an EM7, so it's a little bit harder to get out to this island. With my upper developed account, I'm using 6 top spin, and here I think I only have 4.5 at my disposal. I'm using a Titan, the king of balls. So I have to put on a little bit of overpower to make up for the lack of topspin. The landing zone is going to be very similar. Not quite the same, but pretty close. And I'm trying to get down into my my wedge range, which is my Firefly. My Firefly hits 2 per ring at max club. So those are, anything else there, if I have to recover, I'm just going to have to recover. So the only 2 clubs I really want to use on this is the Extra Mile and the Firefly. But getting down to that little pad down there is the issue. So with my 77 account, it's all about just trying to hit it perfect, not worrying about doing the overpower. But here I'm going to have to make a slight adjustment for that. So we're putting on max topspin, max side spin. We're going to get out into this area right here. And if I leave the wind in, that's 3-4 right there. Come over just a little. Give myself a little bit of room there. I'm going to leave that wind in and use the wind instead of trying to use overpower. No overpower. Just I want to be leaning to the left a little bit. Hit it 1 ring great to the left. That was a little more leaning to the left than I wanted. But I got the result I was looking for. Perfect. That puts me in my maximum wedge, which is, what was that number again? I forgot now. What is my maximum wedge? Did I write it down? Firefly. 2.0 per ring. 2.0. I'm not doing any special wind adjustment here. This pad, this fairway pad that I'm on is at the same elevation as the green. So I'm not doing anything special. I'm just trying to hit a perfect shot. I think I'm going to hedge my bet. And so I'm going to be off on the left-hand side of the cup, just to the left of the flagpole. At this distance, that way if I hit a perfect or a great to the right, I could get it in the cup. If I hit a perfect, I want to set it up so that a perfect will go in the cup, but I'm going to try and give myself one of the greats. I'm in my minimum Kingfisher. Whew, that's not good. That's not good. It's 2.0 per ring, so that's like a ring and a third. And go over just a little. Hitting it. Oh, I hit that perfect. Oh! It released and gave me the perfect and was out of time. That's bullshit. And I remember here, or I was in between clubs, and I decided that I was going to bring a different club. I remember now. That was perfect. That was in the hole. I'm always down to the very last second, and I don't ever look up there. I can see it flashing, but I don't ever look up in the thing, and I know I'm like right down to the nitty gritty every shot. I know I'm in the red. Some of them I probably have 2 or 3 seconds left, but I know I never even look when I go back and watch the video. I'm so focused on the shot that I never even look then. Getting the eagle. Thank you very much. Thanks. Good luck in the tournament. That was not the eagle I was looking for, but that was the shot setup. That's funny. That's funny. Funny. All right. That was hole number 2. That's how you time out. So that's a prime example of the timeout. So for those of you that were wondering how you time out, how that process works, there you go. That's how you do it. That's a perfect example of timing out. And you can tell it was a perfect example because it said perfect right there when the timeout, when it said out of time, it said perfect right below it. So it was perfect. Perfect execution of timeout. All right. That was hole number 2 of the 2020 St. Patrick's Day Tournament and the opening round of the rookie division. Thanks for watching.